Hey guys, it's Jacqueline and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today's video is a townhouse and this is in Britechester, obviously. You can probably tell at least from the background. So anyway, I felt like building a townhouse here. I feel like it makes sense. I don't really know what I'm going to call this yet, but I was thinking I might call it London Townhouses because I was sort of inspired by like architecture in London to build this, or honestly like European architecture as a whole. Like I was also kind of channeling my inner French vibes from this too, I don't know, but I think it's really cute, and yeah, I just really love buildings that are like townhouse style. I've done a few other like sort of townhouse shell type of things. I mean this isn't a shell, it's furnished, but I did San Francisco townhouses back in like, I don't even know, sometime in the summer I think, honestly, and that was a really cool build too. And I also did another build in Britechester that was like London shops, but I really love builds like that where it's like, I don't know, the way that they are designed, you're able to like experiment with a lot of different architectural styles all in one build, but I don't really do honestly that much experimental architecture in my like family homes or what I routinely build, I guess because honestly I'm never really sure how to furnish them, so like I didn't furnish the San Francisco townhouses. And for the London shops, it was like shops, right? So you know what you have to put at them. At the very least, you have some guidance. So yeah, I don't know, but I feel like this house is very nice, in my opinion at least. And it's definitely out of my comfort zone. Like I don't think I've ever built anything in this style before really, but I really like the way that it turned out. So let me know what you think of it. But either way, at first I was doing this based off of a reference picture, and the basic shell of the exterior still is based off of a reference picture in the end, but I did end up changing a lot of stuff like the windows and stuff that I was originally trying to stick to the reference picture as much as possible, but I just wasn't liking the windows that I chose, which are the ones from Realm of Magic, by the way, and I do love those windows. I've been trying to use them more because I remember when that pack first came out I was so excited about it, but honestly, like, it's Realm of Magic, you know? It's like, I think it might be the worst pack in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, if you like the gameplay of it, or if you like the pack as a whole, no offense, like, you're totally fine to like whatever you want, but it's just, in my opinion, it's not one of my favorites. But I do like those windows, so I try to use them. I'm trying to use them more to like make that pack worth my while, because I really honestly kind of regret buying it, but that's okay. It's not okay, but I have to get over it. Anyway. Yeah, I do end up switching those windows out, so you'll see that happen later on. But yeah, I really like this house, and I did use reference pictures for both the exterior and the interior, which is something that I never ever do. I think the only other build that I've done that on where I actually like look at reference pictures for the interior is this build that I did that I never actually posted a video of, because I did record the whole thing, but the footage ended up being corrupt. But it was like a Mediterranean mansion in Del Sol Valley in like the Pinnacles, which that was such a pretty build in my opinion at least. But I don't know, it's probably good that I never put a video of that up, because the voiceover would have been a disaster if I'm being honest. Like, you think this is bad? Watch me try to voice over a 40-minute video and just painful to sit through, I'm gonna tell you right now. So luckily that didn't happen, but I mean, not luckily, you know, it's good and bad, but I do think that was a cool build though. Anyway, I should probably start looking at reference pictures for interiors more, because like, honestly, my interiors, I feel like even if they're not better necessarily, at least they have more of a direction, because I tend to go kind of eclectic sometimes when I don't have like something to look at to tell me what to do, so I don't know, either way. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening here. Either way, I also kind of want to build, well, I have several other like townhouse looking types of things that I want to build soon. I want to do a Parisian, like, I don't know if it's called a chateau. I could just be completely taking the wrong word there, but I think that's what it's called. And I also want to do a brownstone like you would see in Brooklyn. So those should be coming up soon too. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty inspired to build right now. I do have a few other like builds that I'm working on, or that are in the works at the moment. So yeah, I don't know. You should expect those videos coming soon. Maybe not. I probably shouldn't make these promises, because then I'm never going to post those videos and someone's going to be like, you said so. I mean, I don't think anybody takes my channel that seriously, you know, so it's probably fine. Anyway, yeah, this is pretty much what's going on with the build right now, and anyway, how are you all doing? I hope you're okay. I'm mainly just bored. I'm like trying a bunch of different hobbies. I mean, they're all like not new hobbies, because how are you gonna get a new hobby right now? Like, you can't buy anything to have a new hobby. You can't, like, you know, there's no room for new hobbies, but like hobbies that I've been trying to improve at for a while. Like, for example, I have a guitar. I've had a guitar since 6th grade, and I've been like learning it on and off since then, and I'm honestly not very good at all. But like, I really want to be better at guitar, so that's one thing I'm doing, like practicing that. I'm trying to learn a song right now by Paul McCartney called Calico Skies, which is like one of my favorite songs ever. You all should go listen to it. It's just such a wholesome song, you know. I keep recommending it to people, and nobody listens to it, which is kind of sad, because it, like, just trust me on the fact that it's a good song, okay? And I might be slightly biased because I'm like a Paul McCartney nerd, okay? Like, I've seen 2 of his concerts, and like, I'm a Beatles stan, but like, it's fine, okay? Paul McCartney, Calico Skies, it's a good song. So yeah, I'm attempting to learn that, and it's going pretty well. I don't know. It's like, honestly, I get very self-conscious making any noise in my house, which sounds dumb, because here I am talking to myself in my house, right? But like, for choir, we have to film ourselves singing all the time for my choir class, for like, to get credit for school, because obviously we're doing online school now. And I get so self-conscious because I'm like, you really expect me to sing loudly in my room, which all of my family can hear, because the walls are thin, people, okay? Everybody can hear it, and it stresses me out. But I don't know. I think my family is all like on the other side of the house right now, so that's why I feel comfortable recording this. I don't know. I'm pretty okay, because the way that my house is set up, my sister's room is next to mine, so I feel kind of okay recording, like, with her listening. My parents listening makes me so uncomfortable, and yeah, they could definitely hear me when I was singing super loudly in my room, so I'm not a fan of that assignment. But anyway, yeah, I also, like, I'm not good at guitar, like I said, so I get kind of uncomfortable playing the guitar while I'm in my room, and the rest of my family can be like, wow, you suck. But that's also me being paranoid, because none of them are thinking that. I hope, you know, fingers crossed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also crocheting, because I started a blanket in, like, January, and I did not have any time to finish it for, like, the entirety of January, February, and, like, most of March. But then the quarantine started, and I've been working on it since then, and I finished it a full 2 times, and then undid it so that I could do it again, because that's the level of boredom, and I don't have any other yarn, so what am I going to do except for redo the same blanket over and over again? But yeah, that's fun. I don't know. Crocheting is just like, it's a very soothing thing, you know? Just like listen to a podcast and crochet and sort of just de-stress. I don't know. Yoga, de-stressing? No, I don't do yoga, because that would be awful. I'm not a Zen person. I don't know. I think some people are just born to be that kind of like calm personality. I don't have that. I probably never will. So that's fine, I suppose. That's, you know, it's all great. I've been reading too. You know, I really need to fill the time, because it's like, it feels like days either go by very slowly or very quickly, and both of them stress me out. Like, I just want some good average length days, you know? I mean, I say that like every day isn't exactly the same amount of time, but you know what I mean, you know, when time feels like it's passing slower and faster and whatever. Anyway, I don't know. I'm also like very nostalgic for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I think it's just like the fact that there's nothing to do, right? So you're just sitting there and kind of thinking about your life, and there's nothing really to do except for reflect. And reflecting just makes me sad, because I think about like my past and time and the future, and that just stresses me out. But like, for example, the other day, okay, I listened to Hamilton for the first time in like probably 6 or 7 months, and it was such an experience. Like, I can't even tell you. I genuinely don't think I can explain to you how emotional that made me. Like, I was crying, okay? Crying over Hamilton, because it was such a big thing in my life. I know most people probably don't know this, but like, if you've been around for a while, I used to mention a lot that I was like really into musicals. I still listen to musicals a decent amount, but not nearly as much as I used to. But Hamilton was like the first musical I ever listened to, and it was such a big part of my life, okay? Like 8th grade, my entire 8th grade year, I swear, dominated by Lin-Manuel Miranda, okay? Like, literally, I said something that vaguely sounded like a Hamilton lyric, and for the rest of whatever song the lyric came from, I was thinking about Hamilton, okay? Like, it was such a problem. It was like an obsession. I mean, like, I saw Hamilton, okay? I cried while I saw Hamilton. I love it so much, okay? and I hadn't listened to it in such a long time. And I was like, if I hadn't listened to it today, that could have been the last time I'd listened to it. And I didn't know while I was listening to it that it was the last time. But, like, everything has a last time, you know? And you're not thinking about it while it's happening. But, like, for all I know, this could be the last time I'm recording a Sims video. That sounds like I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna die. And unless I die, I will be recording another Sims video. But, like, this could be the last time anything, really. And it's very upsetting to me to think about that. But I was crying tears of joy, don't worry, while I was listening to Hamilton. The tears started around nonstop, so if you know Hamilton, you'll understand, because that song is like the climax of the show, you know? So, I don't know. It's such a good musical. I can't tell you, okay? I feel like if you didn't have a Hamilton phase, I mean, maybe this is just me speaking from, like, an entirely biased perspective, because, like, my closest friends in that time of my life were also super into Hamilton, and also, like, basically everybody at school, at least everybody knew Hamilton. Like, most people were not into it the way I was into it, because I was like, oh, that girl, yeah, the Hamilton girl, but, like, at least everybody knew some of the songs, you know? But, like, if you didn't have a Hamilton phase, did you really exist in the years of 2017 to, like, well, actually, it came out in 2015, so, like, 2015 to 2018, I don't think you did. I don't think you really existed for those years, because, like, it was so good. Okay, I'm done talking about it now, but, like, you don't understand. I don't think you understand how nostalgic that made me. But yeah, I don't know. I also, like, watched some old SimsTube videos, you know? YouTube, but, like, what am I talking about? Old YouTube, like, where people made their Sims content, right? But, like, from a few years ago, and that made me extremely nostalgic too. That was fun, like the good old Little Simsy videos from when she was in high school. Does anybody remember those? What a time. If anybody else watched those, like, you know, wow, you know, if you know, you know. But yeah, those videos, they just made me so nostalgic. I can't even explain it. And, like, I don't know, I really should not think about the past as much as I do, but, like, particularly with Sims YouTube, I feel like it's kind of changing now. I don't know if that's just me noticing it, because obviously, like, everything changes, but, like, a lot of the bigger YouTubers are doing, like, they're not making the same kind of videos as they were before, or if they are, even just the way that they, like, title them and stuff, it's like, oh, I built a mega mansion in The Sims 4. Like, why can't you just call it a speed build, you know? I mean, obviously they can title it whatever they want, and it doesn't really change the content of the video, and I really have no reason to care, or, like, I'm not criticizing. I just feel like, I don't know, it makes me kind of sad that they're different now. But, I mean, there's still, don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of people making amazing speed builds, so, like, I'm not complaining at all. But, yeah, it's just everything is changing, and it's, like, inevitable, but also very saddening. Anyway, I promise I don't, that's a lie. I was gonna say I promise I don't think about change usually this much, but I do. I was gonna say that this is just, like, a byproduct of the fact that we're all stuck with nothing really to do but contemplate and ruminate and stuff, but that's not true. I do think about this stuff all the time, because I'm a worrier at heart, you know. You could probably tell if you've been watching my videos for any period of time, really. So, anyway, yeah, that kind of makes me sad, but it's fine. Just in general, I feel like there's not really a lot of stuff to watch on YouTube these days. Is that just me? Maybe I'm being dumb, but, like, I honestly can't remember what I used to watch on YouTube a lot, so, like, I don't know. At some point, it felt like there were endless amounts of entertaining content on YouTube, and I no longer really feel that way. I mean, like, not even just with Sims YouTube, but, like, with all YouTube. I don't know. Like, Shane Dawson's 1 hour video, that's what tides me over. I mean, that's a lie. I don't really watch Shane Dawson that much. I think I watch his videos on occasion because, like, everybody does, you know? But, anyway, yeah, I don't know, what else is, like, I mean, there's Netflix. If you have Netflix, you can also watch Netflix, but, like, I just rewatched Gilmore Girls, and I don't want to talk about it, because I did not need to rewatch that again. That's another thing that's making me nostalgic, because I watched Gilmore Girls for the first time in 8th grade. Let me tell you, 8th grade was, like, a hard year for me, okay? And I keep doing this, where I, like, re-experience all of the experiences I was having that year, and I just go through all of the emotions again, and it's rough, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Truly fine. But yeah, I rewatched that again, because that was really a thing I needed to do. It's not like I can quote the entire show by now. See, this is ridiculous. I promise I don't, like, sit down and actually watch it, but, like, I played in the background, because I need to have background noise most of the time when I'm doing stuff. It's kind of problematic, because, like, I go through so many TV shows and stuff, and I can't even explain the storylines to you, but I'm just listening to the, like, people talking. I don't know. Yeah, I also watched the Perks of Being a Wallflower yesterday with my friend. We were trying to do a Netflix party, but that didn't work for some reason because my computer is dysfunctional. Haha. But yeah, we did a Zoom call actually to watch it, which was interesting because yeah, it wasn't like, so basically what was happening was I was watching it on her screen, and like listening to her audio and stuff, but obviously there was a lag, but I wasn't about to be like, haha, there's a lag, can we not do this? Because like that would be uncomfortable, and I can't point out when stuff is making me uncomfortable because that's just one of my, I'm quirky, haha, you know, but like, yeah, I can't do that. So I watched the entire thing with like not really being able to hear the audio, and that was an experience. I don't know, it was still fun though. It's such a good movie, in my opinion at least, because I read the book and like loved it. So I don't know, if you didn't like the book you probably won't like the movie, but like the characters just hit close to home, you know. And the whole thing is such a, I mean, it's like an inspiring message, but also like a realistically negative message, in my opinion. I don't know, I always feel weird recommending stuff to people because like what if they hate it, but I don't know. It's like a classic since when it's been a thing, I think. So, yeah, I like it. Anyway, yeah, so give me your Netflix recommendations if you have any, but if you say Tiger King, I'm blocking you, and you'll never be able to comment on another one of my videos ever again. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my personal life. Sorry, I really think sometimes that what I'm saying is interesting and it's not, and I know that, but I just keep talking. But honestly, like, let me know how you guys are doing, because this whole situation is really rough, and I know it's probably hard on a lot of you guys. So, yeah, you could talk to me if you want. Oh, speaking of that, please know, you could talk to me whenever you want, if you need, like, someone to talk to, DM me on Twitter, please. Because if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, but recent events in the Sims community on Twitter, yeah, very upsetting, and I just never want anybody to feel like that because it makes me really sad. So yeah, anyway, moving on to different things. Speaking of Twitter, by the way, Sims Twitter, I never log into it, so that's kind of, I don't know, I feel like Twitter has been a really negative place lately, and I've been noticing that more and more, so I'm kind of thinking I might just like delete my Twitter account, because I mean, on the one hand, it's a nice place to see or find a lot of other people that are interested in the same things that I'm interested in, which is mainly Sims, obviously, on Sims Twitter, but like, also, I feel like it's just everybody trash talking the Sims these days, and that makes me sad, because I just, you know, it makes me sad. So, I don't know, in case, just so people know, because like, I always feel bad because sometimes I log into Twitter and people have like mentioned me in something and I don't see it until like a day after, and I'm like, oh, okay, hello, but then it's like too late, you know, so it's a whole situation. Anyway, yeah, this is basically the living area done of the entire house, I guess, because yeah, it's the kitchen, the dining, and the living room. Then upstairs there's just 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. There's also a bathroom downstairs, and obviously like the hallway and stuff. One thing that I don't think I acknowledged this in the beginning of the video, but there is a staircase up to the 2nd floor, which I kind of felt like was weird at first, and at first I was kind of thinking that I might put the first, or like the living stuff on the 2nd floor and then do the bedrooms on the 1st floor, but just based on like the windows and stuff, I felt like it definitely worked out better to have the living stuff on the 1st floor, because on the 2nd floor the windows are all more like average, I guess, but like if you tried to put a bedroom in this room that I'm furnishing right now, like it would just be weird, you know. So I felt like a dining room definitely fit in here better than a bedroom. So that was my thinking with that whole thing. I was also thinking that I might make a basement in this build, because I've been I was reminded of the existence of basements actually, because I had to build a house where I had to have a basement for a challenge, and then I was like, okay, basements are a thing and maybe I should use them more often, but yeah, I didn't, because I still feel like they're just like, there's no windows and it's just dark and creepy, in my opinion. I don't think basements are really like, I don't think they're nice. But you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, like basements in real life are fine, just basements in The Sims, because like I feel like natural light in the game is very important. So anyway, oh, speaking of natural light, by the way, I think I might have to turn down the graphics on my computer, like for Sims, which makes me very sad, because I would have to turn it down like to the point where I don't have either lighting or reflections. I guess it's a trade-off. I could do either no reflections, like no reflective surfaces, or no like fancy lighting engine. And both of those things would be very unfortunate, because I really like the lighting in the game, and I really like the reflections from mirrors. I really like having mirrors that have reflections, you know? So like, that's rough. But my computer is moving really slowly these days, which is completely fair, because I put it through a lot, you know? But like, that's also not very good for me, because I need it to be fast, because I need it to be functional, because I need to record videos on it and stuff. So I don't know, I feel like technology has really just not been on my side for a long time, but I guess I guess it's okay, you know. This computer, like, to its credit, it still does way better than, because I used to play The Sims 4 on my family computer, which was just a disaster, and it ran so slowly, and it was on the lowest form of graphics. Like, everything was set to the very lowest it could possibly be. But this one runs decently on like medium low. I mean, I have it on custom obviously, but like I think it's around the medium low settings. So that's, I really appreciate this computer for being able to do that, you know, because it is a laptop. Because obviously my family was not going to be like, yeah, we'll just buy you a computer for gaming, because like, why would they do that? They would never. And I can't afford a computer for myself yet, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, that was the master bedroom. I am so rambly in this video, I'm sorry, but it's okay. But it's okay. See, who am I to decide if it's okay or not? Maybe it's not. But I figure that if you don't like the way that I do voiceovers, you probably clicked off the video by now anyway, so I guess it's fine. Anyway, this room is interesting. It was a process. At first, I wasn't really sure where I was going with it, but I ended up just stepping away from it for a little while, and then I sort of decided that I wanted this to be for a sim that is really into books and stuff. Like I said, I was imagining for the kids to be twin sisters, so one of them was really into books and just like academics and stuff, and then the other one ends up really liking artsy things, because I don't have any sense of original storylines at all, as you can probably tell if you've watched any of my videos. But yeah, so for this room, I decided to do like more of an academia style. I'm not really sure if it's dark or light academia. I've been looking at a lot of like aesthetics lately, like just pictures of, because you know those people that just their entire life is how curated and like carefully they've designed their entire aesthetic, and their entire life is just around their, I don't know, like the fact that everything in their house is like pretty and beige or whatever. I don't know, just those people, you know. I've been looking at a lot of pictures of stuff like that lately, and on the one hand it stresses me out, because I don't know, I just feel very inferior when I see stuff like that, but on the other hand, it gives me very good Sims inspiration, so that's what I did here. But yeah, it's still like, it's not perfect obviously, but there's definitely like not a pack designed to be for dark academia or light academia as an aesthetic that is for building, so I feel like it's still cute and kind of reasonable to be like in terms of a teenager's like the wherewithal they have to decorate their bedroom or whatever. But I did think this family was wealthy, so the teenager would probably be able to do like to some extent what they wanted to do. But anyway, for the sisters storyline, I was kind of feeling like this one, like this sister would be very like get along very well with the parents and stuff. One thing is that her room, I feel like, is pretty similar to the way that the rest of the house is furnished, but then the other sister, which is who I'm doing right now, her room is like not similarly furnished at all. Like it's very, I don't know, I don't want to say tacky, but definitely like cheaper looking, and there's a lot of like cutesy little objects everywhere, but it's not really like stylized to be fancy or like elegant at all, if that makes sense. But I do really like this room too. I like both of the rooms, I think. I mean, neither of them are really my personal taste, but I still think this one is pretty nice and the other one is pretty nice. So yeah, this one, by the way, this is the room for the artsy twin. So I think that overall, it's just, I feel like they wouldn't really get along very well with each other, but I definitely think that this sister whose room I'm working on right now is more of like the black sheep of the family, which is probably a counterintuitive word to use because she obviously really likes color and stuff. Whereas the rest of the family is sort of the ones that are more into the neutral colors and the beiges and stuff. But either way, I feel like they do kind of have like hold a grudge against each other for that, or at least this sister holds a grudge against the other sister for that, because like she feels like her family doesn't really like her that much compared to her sister, and like it's just because of her style that she prefers or whatever. I don't know. It's like beef, but it's not intense beef, you know. They're still friends at the end of the day, but they're just like not super close, and it's sort of like petty division because of that. But yeah, anyway, so this sister sort of just has a lot of hobbies, I think, that she's exploring. Like, she has an easel, she also has a keyboard, so I was thinking maybe she really likes to like write music or something like that. And yeah, probably also is not that into makeup, but like likes makeup to the extent that she can like be creative with it and sort of like show herself creatively, whereas the other sister is really concerned with like how it makes her come across to people. So I don't know, I definitely think the sister is not as interested in perception as the other one. I don't know, there's a lot of like, in my head, I don't want to make one of them like sound like they're mean while the other one isn't, because I think they're both nice, just like they have different personalities, you know. So I'll stop talking about them now. Anyways, that was pretty much the other sister's bedroom, and this is the bathroom. I use the shower that I always use because, like, you know, typical. I just love that shower for some reason. I know it's supposed to be the industrial one that goes with like the disgusting bookcase and stuff. I mean, I don't need to call that bookcase disgusting, because like I do like it. I've used it a few times, but if you know the bookcase I'm talking about, it's not the most versatile thing in the world, you know. And I don't appreciate when things aren't super versatile, because like I like to be able to use stuff as much as I can. But anyway, that shower, very versatile. I feel like it fits very well in a lot of different kinds of builds, so I'm a fan. But I just thought the tiling was really nice, and I don't know, I always think it goes really well with the 2 Jungle Adventure tiles, and obviously I did use the Jungle Adventure tile for the flooring, and actually a lot of this house, it's in the entryway and in the bathroom and the kitchen and the dining room. And yeah, it's also used to like line the path up to the door and stuff. So clearly I got my fair use out of the Jungle Adventure tiles. That's one pack that I'd say, if there's ever a pack that you're going to buy for only one item, it has to be Jungle Adventure for those 2 floor tiles, because they're so good. I use them all the time, and it's like sometimes it's like, whatever, you like this item, but like a build could work without it, you know. But those are the types of items that just make a build. So buy Jungle Adventure if you can, because it's a very good pack, in my opinion. So it should be on everybody's lists. I don't think anybody really wanted that recommendation from me, but anyway, yeah, this is just doing the balconies and stuff. Anyways, this is pretty much the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and you can, if you did and you want to let me know, you can leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. Click the bell for notifications if you want to get notified every single time that I upload a video, and if you want to play in this build, it will be on the gallery. My origin ID is in the description. That is it. Bye!